Hello everyone, my name is Sam. In this video, I'm going to talk about export tax rebates in China. But I'm not going to talk about each and every industry, only about equipment and machinery industry. So there will be two kinds of tax rates which are added to the Chinese products. One is value added tax, the other one is consumption tax. So if any exporter export goods, then they will get reimbursement for these exported goods. Some industries, it will be a constant rate. It will not be related to the tax which are paid. It might be 3% or 5%. But some industries, it will be like the amount that you paid as tax. They will reimburse the full amount of tax which is paid for. And machinery and equipment industry, we can see it will be 13% VAT rate. And this 13% will be fully reimbursed if any exporter export machinery and equipment. So here we can see the price including VAT will be the excluding tax price plus VAT. And if anyone is buying equipment from a Chinese manufacturer, these two actually will be exactly calculated, and we will know what will be the VAT we are paying for this machinery and also the manufacturer's price. So our VAT is calculated on excluding tax price times VAT rate will be the VAT. And the Chinese government actually adjusted this VAT rate few times, and before it used to be 17%, and later on they changed it again to 16%. Then again in 2019 they changed it to 13%. So this will be the VAT paid for the machinery and equipment, and also this rate will be the export rebate rate. So let's go for an example. So let's say this person is buying an engine from a Chinese manufacturer. So the manufacturer is giving him the price $10,000 plus VAT. So this will be the final price for him to buy this engine from the Chinese manufacturer. So let's see what we got here. So VAT rate is actually equal the export rebate rate. If anyone is exporting this engine, so VAT rate will be reimbursed to the person or the exporter. So the VAT will be calculated on this price, it means on $10,000. So previously we talked about. So let's have calculated them. So VAT is equal excluding tax price times VAT rate. So before, when it is 16%, let's have it calculated. So we know VAT is, we can get VAT from this equation. So very simple to calculate. 10,000 times 16%. It's $1,600. So we can get the total price including VAT equals this one, $11,600. So now let's say when it is at 13%. So we know VAT. So 10,000 times 13%. So $1,300. So we will have the total price for this engine is $11,300. Let's go for another example. So this person is buying the same engine, let's say, but the price given by the manufacturer is $10,000 including VAT. So from this one, we try to figure out how much is VAT and how much is the manufacturer's price for this engine. So let's have price excluding tax is A. We assume this one as A because we don't know. So normally we know VAT is calculated on this price. The price excluding tax times VAT rate is our VAT. So now we can have this one, this equation, price excluding tax plus VAT is the total price. It means it is $10,000 in this example. So we know VAT is this one, A times VAT rate. So we include it here. A plus A times VAT rate is our total price. Therefore, we can get from the previous. So from here, we can simply get an equation for our excluding tax price. So our equation will be price including VAT divided by 1 plus VAT rate. So this is the equation we can get if we are to calculate the manufacturer's price, which is the excluding tax price. So let's calculate this for $10,000. So we can have the equation here. So when it is 16%, let's have it calculated. So price including VAT, we have $10,000. So excluding tax price, this is our equation, including VAT price divided by 1 plus VAT rate. So we have this one as $10,000 and we know VAT rate is 16, so 1 plus 16. So it gives us $8,621. This is our manufacturer's price. So we can get VAT, it means also the export rebate. So buying price $10,000 minus our manufacturer's price. So it will give us the VAT $1,379. So when the VAT rate is at 16%, if any exporter exports this engine, he will be reimbursed this amount of dollars, which is also the same they paid here in the local market as VAT. So let's calculate when it is 13%. So we already get the manufacturer's price, the price which is not included tax, 8,621. So we calculate VAT on this price. Now the VAT rate is 13. So we will have $1,121. So now we can get the total price including tax price, our manufacturer's price plus our VAT. So we will have a total of $9,742 as the total price for this engine. I hope you learned something from this video, how the Chinese government calculate VAT on their products and how the export rebate works here in China. Actually, this is to encourage Chinese exporters to export more goods to the world market, so that the Chinese products, made in China products, will be famous and dominate a lot in the world market. And thank you very much.